getting the whole body involved. Swing, squat, flip. Going for 8 of these. Get one of those light gym barbells, the one they use in like a yoga studio, and put some plates on that. So for today's workout, pretty much the usual theme, circuit training of some sort, with some emphasis on, well, not some emphasis on. So I brought my steel mace with me today. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I invested in a steel mace or Macebell. So I'm going to incorporate that in pretty much every circuit today. If you guys don't know what a Macebell is, just Google it. But it's essentially like a long pole with the weight concentrated at the end. It's a device that originated in India that is popular among wrestlers usually, and they use it to train their shoulders and like just explosive strength. It looks very similar to, if you're familiar with Hanuman, the Indian god, his I forget what they call it, but his weapon of choice. And so anyway, starting off with backward sled and rope pulls, or sled rope pulls, or sled rope drags, whatever you want to call it, the other way. And then the final movement is going to be the steel mace movement. So I'm going to start off with the most common steel mace movement, which is a 360. So you drop it on one side and pull it over. I'm pulling with the bottom hand. Ideally, you should be able to do the movement in both directions, holding the same way. But for now, for the first circuit, I'm pulling with the bottom hand. Oh shit. Don't let that happen though. Blooper reel, but this is gonna stay in. I don't have the patience to record it again. Anyway. Did I switch directions? I'm just gonna go for each side, but pretty much my goal was to do 8 each side as a third movement in the circuit. Really good for shoulder mobility, serratus, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the first circuit. I'm gonna do about 4 or 5 of those. So for the next superset, doing something with kettlebells and the Macebell. So with the kettlebell, doing 8 swings on one hand, then 8 swings the other hand, then 8 swings both hands. Then with the Macebell, doing single arm 360s. Looks like this. This way, I'm able to focus on one arm at a time. Switch hands after 10. I'm still figuring out the form of the exercises with the Macebell, so it's not perfect yet, but I'll improve over time. So for the next circuit, with the 28 kilo 62 pound kettlebell, swing, squat, and flip, swing, squat, flip. Going for 8 of these. I think that was it though. And then with the Macebell, doing side to side swings. Going for 10. Each side. Yeah, that's the circuit for now. So for the next exercise, doing this combination core and leg workout, holding the mace outstretched and doing 8 lunges each side. Because of how outstretched the mace is, there's a lot of compensation work that has to be done at the obliques in order to maintain the body's composure while performing the movement. After doing 8, going the other side and repeating the same thing. Without the mace, if you had to do it, you could get one of those light gym barbells, the one they use in like a yoga studio, and put some plates on that and try to do this. A long broomstick might even work if you're doing this at home. Ooh. Then with the kettlebell, doing standing marches. Going for 10 each side of that. So yeah, that's the next circuit. So for the next circuit, doing this combination 360 lunge. So looks like this. Sorry. Yeah. Getting the whole body involved. Shoulder mobility. Moving with the weight. Transferring momentum. Whew. But yeah, feels really good to flow with the weight. It's deceptively exhausting, even though it's just 7 pounds. Supersetting that with single arm rows on the TRX. Going for 10 each hand. Using one arm forces the core to be a lot more activated, and you're able to gain single arm strength with just using one arm. Anyway, that's the superset for now. Let's see what happens next. I've been doing like 4 or 5 sets of each circuit, by the way. So yeah. So for the next exercise with the steel mace. So doing the 360s like before, but where we combined it with a lunge, this time we're combining it with a squat and adding an extra element to make it hard on the shoulders. So look something like this. Going for 5 each side. Then with the kettlebell, doing 5 cleans each hand. But yeah, that's the circuit for now. Working with the mace is fun, but also exhausting. But the fact that it's fun makes us want to keep going. So yeah, still doing this. So for the next exercise, doing single arm 360s to lunges. Looks like this. There's something about just moving with the weight that feels so good. I don't know. Whew. Then supersetting that with 2-handed kettlebell swings with the 28 kilo kettlebells. going for 8.